Okay. So you know how we love to take these deep dives into stuff you guys send our way?
Mm-hmm.
And this time you really outdid yourself.
Yeah.
Because this MoneyWave Accelerator program,
right.
some of the claims they're making are
pretty
a
wild.
little out there.
Out there for sure.
The 7-second Tesla ritual to attract money?
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah, what is that all about?
I mean, that's just one example.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It's a lot.
But it just sounds a little too good to be true, doesn't it?
It does kind of make you wonder, right? Like, how is that even possible? It feels like they're really playing on this idea that people want a quick fix to their financial problems. And they're trying to make it sound all scientific and official so people will believe it.
Okay, so let's unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
They're talking about a 7-minute sound wave program.
Okay.
Developed by top neuroscientists and psychologists, quote unquote. That's going to target your hippocampus and somehow unleash this money wave that leads to financial abundance.
Yeah.
So where do we even start with that?
I mean, let's break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So the hippocampus, it's a really important part of the brain.
Yeah.
It's like essential for forming new memories and for spatial navigation.
So like how you remember where you parked your car.
Exactly.
And find your way back home.
Exactly. It's like your brain's GPS in a way.
Right.
But the idea that you can just listen to some sound waves and suddenly it's going to rewire your hippocampus to attract wealth.
Right.
It's just, it doesn't make sense scientifically.
It's like saying that listening to a certain song is going to magically make you a master chef.
Exactly. Like it just,
something.
It doesn't add up. There's no scientific basis for that.
But I will say, the way they phrase it.
Oh, yeah.
All this neuroscience and targeted activation.
They make it sound...
It does sound kind of convincing at first glance.
Oh, absolutely. And that's where I think this whole idea of neuromarketing comes in.
What is that?
So neuromarketing is basically using what we know about the brain to make marketing messages more persuasive, more effective. Sometimes it can be used ethically, like using brain imaging to see what kind of products people respond to. But in cases like this, they're using it to mislead people. They're using these scientific terms and making it seem like there's all this evidence when really there isn't.
It's almost like they're trying to blind you with science or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And, speaking of evidence, they mentioned scientific references in their material.
Oh, yeah.
But then they don't actually provide any, you click on the link and it's just like a blank page.
That's a huge red flag.
I know.
I mean, if you're going to make these big claims, you got to be able to back them up with actual research.
And then there's the whole pricing thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like $10,000, then $5,000, then $1,000.
Right.
And then suddenly it's only $39.
What's going on there?
I don't know. It feels almost like a pressure tactic.
Totally. It's like they're trying to make you feel like you have to buy it right now.
Right.
Before you have time to think about it too much.
Yeah.
And, people are so desperate for a solution. They're willing to believe anything.
Right.
And that's what makes them vulnerable to these kinds of scams.
I think it's important for people to remember that building wealth takes time and effort.
Absolutely.
There's no quick fix.
Yeah.
There's no magic bullet.
No magic sound wave.
No magic sound wave.
Unfortunately.
So, it's fascinating how they're using these ideas from neuroscience.
It is. It's really interesting.
But it's also concerning.
Definitely.
Because they're twisting them to take advantage of people.
Absolutely. And I think the biggest takeaway here is don't believe everything you hear.
Right.
Just because something sounds scientific doesn't mean it's true.
Right. Do your research. Be critical.
Exactly. And be wary of anything that promises quick and easy results.
Right.
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a fascinating deep dive.
It was a good one.
I think we covered a lot of ground there.
Yeah.
And I hope our listeners found it informative.
I hope so too.
And, maybe even a little bit empowering.
That's the goal, right? To empower people to make informed decisions.
Exactly.
About their money and their lives.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.